What up, YouTube? What up, Rust players? So if you guys are new to the channel, which most are, welcome. I'm Cardio. Pleasure to meet you. Now we're going to have a few little builds here. Most of my wipes start pretty epic, but before you can get to the big massive base, you got to start with a little 2x2. So you don't get this without first piling everything into a little 2x2. So I'm going to show you a couple of builds I use right out the gate. Super cheap, maximum box space. And this is the OG one. Just a standard 2x2 honeycomb, you know. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, but max box space overall. But what I'm going to show you next is we take it to the whole other level. We give a little shooting floor and we make it minimal. If you go through doors and both bunkers, I believe it's like 35 rockets, but if they random splash through a side, it's at least 45. So yeah, I'm going to show that off to you in a minute. These bases are great though, like there's so much space for everything. I still use my little Vendy hiding spots. It's great. Because you definitely need a pot load of farm to start up these big bases. At least a box of frags and, you know, a box of wood. So here's what she looks like beefed up. Now I tweaked enough mods so you can actually add a windmill, but as you can see, this is hella cheap. You need to be cheap until you get your main down because it's going to cost quite a bit of resources to get it going. So like I said, if you go through doors, I believe it's 5 doors or G doors plus an armored before you hit the first bunker. You got nice little retake peaks here on the way in. I like double retake peaks all the way up my little wizard tower or dick tower, whatever you want to call it. But it gives you some wicked retake peaks into your yard here. Definitely helps defending your 2x2. I found the main problem was most 2x2s don't have a shooting floor or anything, so you're kind of stuck going in and out of your one entrance. And if they got insins or if they have enough people, you're kind of screwed. That's a GG right there. As you see, these peaks allow for a lot of views out into the yard, but even looking back in, it's a very small slit. Some people can hit their shots, they're pretty cracked, but it's decent overall. I like it. Now, it should be an armored door and then 5 G doors to your first bunker, which will cost them 8 to break through. As you can see, disconnected like this. Just lowered with 2 raised foundation triangles. The OG bunker. Then immediately after that, we have a roof bunker I added. Love this. The only way to break this is the twig from the inside. You're going to want to upgrade the twig so it's not sticking out with little pillars at the bottom, but that's as easy as that to seal and reseal. Love it. Always upgrade once though, or else people from the outside could shoot your bunker. Yeah, plenty of box space still in here. Enough room. These little honeycombing I added to the outside, I'll explain in a minute. OP for this base. So if they pick a weak corner, which would be your 2x2 2-story in the middle here, that's HQM'd out on the walls. If they pick a corner of that, the roof pieces actually bend in and protect from that. So you'll see when I start shooting it down here. It goes pretty good. We have a spacious up floor here, enough room for a bed and a locker. The other base you couldn't fit beds and stuff in, so that was kind of a choke point. Plenty of box space to get you going for your next starter. And once again, it is very cheap. I'll show you once again. We used a little hidden Vendy. Love this. Dirt cheap, guys. Dirt cheap. Yeah. And as you can see, like looking through these windows from the ground, it's actually a very steep angle. It'd be hard to hit on the strafe, especially being shot at. You probably have to be stationary to rip a good shot there. That's a strafing spray. Barely any of the bullets got it. You'd have to be cracked. Alright, let's get right into the build. And as always with my builds, I hide my TCs in a corner somewhere. You don't have to use the same spot as me, especially this spot I chose was on the way in. That's actually the wall of your front entrance. They may just pummel after first bunker. They may just take those 2 walls down and find TCs. So probably use a back corner, but try not to do opposite corners your front door. That's where most people start booming from. But yeah, that's pretty much it for my chitter chatter for now. Hope you guys really like the video. Appreciate all the new subs to the channel. You guys are great. I'm getting like 500-600 views every 12 hours. This is popping off for me. It's nice when the little guys get a little attention, you know? And shout out to all the base builders, man. This stuff's not easy. It takes a lot of edits, a lot of work. You got to rebuild and rebuild, then cut and edit. Oh, it's just, yeah. Shout out to these guys doing the big base builds. Love it. I wanted to do a little 2x2 because this wouldn't be too hard to show off, but people need to see just the little tricks to it. Make your base a little stronger. At least add a bunker, you know? Anywho, appreciate all the love. Peace out. You may want to add your half walls and quarter walls before these ramps. It does make it harder to place. As you see, I had to remove them just to get them down. Other than that, this is easy peasy child's play build. It's nice. I can't believe how tough it is, honestly. It's well worth your buck. And this is why we leave it twig. I totally forgot to mention, I made a little peak here for a windmill. So you don't have to add this. You can just add your tower directly off the triple triangle bunker, the OG bunker at the start. But I did this so you could squeeze a windmill on top. And it does make you susceptible to grenades, but no one really is going to climb up there and dove in grenades just to try and get someone peeking out a hole. We'll be all right. Don't worry about that. Especially if you put your windmill close enough, nobody's peeking in there. Now this was a cool trick I learned. This one-story honeycombing I'm adding here, the roof peaks, because I'm using the triangle ones, not the big square ones, they actually rejoin around the corner, behind each corner of this 2x2. So if you're trying to splash rate and get around the roof peak parts that I used for extra honeycombing, it actually rewraps behind the wall and you still have to break the roof pieces. It might actually add on an extra 8 rockets. It's Beautiful technique to use. I didn't realize it till I built it this last time. But yeah, it's a nice little feature to have, and it changes the interior a little bit. Gives it a little flair. You'll see when I add them here, I can't believe these actually rejoin with the other pieces inside these corners. And you don't lose that much interior space, it just actually adds rocket splash. It's crazy. And after this, you windmill it and upgrade, and you are good to go. Doors and whatnot, have a great wipe. See, if I snug it up close enough to that little hole in the peak, no one even knows it's there, really. So yeah, let's upgrade, and right now I'm going to show you the rocket test. We're going to pick this side I'm actually upgrading right now, and we're going to splash it with 2 rows of rockets. Let's get it. Once again, thanks for clicking on the video, guys. Hope you liked it. Leave a comment, like, subscribe even. Really appreciate all the new subscribers lately. You guys are beauties. Let's keep this flowing. I'm going to keep trying to pump out some videos while I go back to work right away here. And yeah, have a blessed day. Catch you guys in the next one.